Welcome to the Love Hub channel, where we discuss matters of the heart and give relationship advice to women. In today's episode, we are going to talk about signs he is still sleeping with his wife. So yes, do you think that he will leave his wife for you? Well, here are the signs that he's still sleeping with her. Remember, the Love Hub is a judgment-free zone. We don't judge women here. We are your safe space. Now let's get to the topic. Sign 1. He tells you the truth. You want to believe that he will leave his wife for you, and that's totally understandable. When we are totally in love with a person, we want to believe that nothing will ever get in our way and that somehow everything will be right in the end. He will leave his wife for you and the two of you will live happily ever after. But you have to learn to listen. If he has actually told you that he has no plans to leave his wife, that he loves you but he just can't bear to break his family, then the truth is he is still probably sleeping with her and that their bond is still unbroken. He probably can't bring himself to say it, but the truth is there is no future for the two of you. If he can't leave his wife, then you are just a temporary distraction, and that when he's done playing games, he will go back home to her. Remember, being with a married man is already so complicated. You can't ever expect yourself to be at the top of his list. You are never going to be the number one priority. If he is already telling you this, then you need to learn to listen. You need to end it and move on. Even though he gives you some type of happiness, you still deserve something so much better. Sign 2. He talks about his family a lot. Most men love to talk. They talk about their interests, their passions, and what they think about a lot of things. If you talk to a married man and he starts talking about his family, then that means he still has a huge emotional attachment to them. And rightfully so, that is his family. It means that he cares a lot about them, perhaps more than you may realize. You aren't the first priority in his life. They are. Sometimes he may feel burdened and may have a lot of complaints about his marriage, but that doesn't mean that he's going to leave his wife. Sign 3. He only seems interested in sex. When he's with you and he doesn't seem very interested in the everyday happenings going on with the two of you, it means that he's only interested in one thing: physical intimacy. Nothing more, nothing less. If he sees you as a comfortable sexual arrangement, it's just because that's what you are. You don't play a bigger role in his life. It usually takes more than sex to get a man to leave his wife. You may be his diversion from his family problems or his dissatisfaction in his marriage, but you may not be enough for him to consider leaving his family. You have to realize what you're going up against. You were talking about the blood relationships of this man. His children means a lot to him, I'm sure. And his wife, though imperfect in his eyes, probably means a lot to him too. It's possible that he has deep feelings for his wife, and they may still be sleeping together. It's just that you are more exciting. You are the new shiny toy, but at some point, that novelty will wear off, and he's just going to go back to his family. Sign 4. He still acts married. If he still maintains the married man life of going home to his wife each night, tucking his kids in bed, or attending family functions, then he probably won't leave his wife for you. He is still invested in this marriage, and it doesn't seem like he's making any efforts to sever ties with his family to be with you. If he isn't actually taking steps to make you a priority in his life, then you should start looking for a man that will. Sign 5. He doesn't keep his promises. Does your man say he's willing to leave his wife but doesn't? If not, then he doesn't plan to keep his promise to you. He's only getting your hopes high. He's just leading you on. Women love fairy tales, and men know it. We tend to believe men when they promise us the moon. Men know just what to say to keep us hanging on. If he's not keeping his promises to leave her, then you must take action and set yourself free. Don't believe him. Find a man who will make you a priority in his life and who will love you and treat you with dignity and respect. You deserve this. Sign 6. He always has an excuse. Is there always a reason why he can't leave his wife? If he is always making an excuse, it means that he really has no plans to leave her. He's probably still sleeping with her and they're probably still working on their marriage. You just don't know. Many married women don't want their husbands to leave them, even if they caught them cheating. Trust me, women will put up a fight. That includes married women. They have more to lose with this marriage falling apart than you do. Women know what excuses work on their men. They will bring up their finances, their children. All of these are valid. So keep in mind that there will always be an excuse as to why he can't leave his wife. And that excuse may be legitimate. After all, he also has a lot to lose if his marriage falls apart. A man will have to cough up a lot of money if he gets divorced. So think about what you're up against and think about what your man will lose. He will not only lose his wife, he will also lose his children and his financial freedom. That is the price he will pay so he can be with you. Sign 7. He tries hard to keep your relationship a secret. He is never there for you when you need him because the two of you get together only when he sneaks out. He has to come up with 500 excuses before he can leave his house and meet up with you. He is really trying hard to keep your relationship a secret. This means that he won't leave his wife for you. When he's at home, he won't talk to you. He's almost unreachable. He doesn't want you to call or text him. He even seems embarrassed about anyone ever finding out about the two of you. You rarely ever see him in public because you only meet indoors where no one can see you. This is just one of the signs that he won't leave his wife no matter what he says. Sign 8. He doesn't make plans for the future with you. If you are not part of his plans for the future, he doesn't plan to have a long-lasting commitment with you. This is a clear sign that he won't leave his wife and his family. These are just some of the signs that a man is still sleeping with his wife and that he has no intentions to leave her. Remember, you know your relationship better than we do. We're just here to give a little bit of advice. Until next time.